Hi, welcome to week 1 of the CSS3 program. I am super excited to have you here. This week, I'll be sharing with you the work instructions and job order under the testing electronic components. Whenever you are working on any electronic equipment, your own safety has to come first. Every electronic technician must always take safety precautions before he or she starts the work. Electricity must be handled properly or else it can injure or cause fatalities. We have here some basic steps that will show you how to avoid accidents from occurring. Once you open up a set cover, you are actually exposing yourself to the threat of electric shock. Always keep in mind that safety has to come first. A serious shock may stop your heart, and if large electric current flows through your body, you will receive serious burns. Here are some rules which should help you to avoid electricity hazards. First, always turn off the equipment and unplug it before you begin to work. If you have to run tests while the equipment is operating, turn the equipment on, make your test carefully, and then turn the equipment off again. Next, you should wear rubber bottom shoes or sneakers. Next, try to do the work with one hand while keeping the other on your pocket. This keeps possible current path away from the heart. Next, don't attempt repair work when you are tired or rushed. You always assume that all the parts in the power supply are hot so that you will always be careful in touching things. The last one is you should only use plastic screwdriver for shock protection during service operation. Number 2, discharging switch mode power supply capacitors. Before you start to work on a power supply, you should always turn off the power and discharge the capacitor. Number 3, high voltage. Monitors and TVs have sections that use very high DC voltages. The high voltage circuit inside it can give you a dangerous electric shock and causes you to jerk violently. Be familiar with the high voltage circuits before you work on any high voltage equipment. 4. Wearing goggles. Always wear goggles to protect the eyes from flying glass in the event of an implosion. 5. Fire. Before returning the equipment to the user, every reasonable precaution is taken to avoid the fire hazards. Be sure to use only direct replacements and not one that defeats some safety measure. For example, the fuses in your equipment are carefully designed. Fuses must be replaced only with the same size, type, and ratings. Should you install a fuse that is too large than the original rating, chances are that the equipment will be flammable. Next is lifting. Many problems arise when lifting things or equipments from the floor. Wrong posture when lifting equipments may cause acute back pain to you. The right way to lift is keep your back straight and upright and use your legs to supply the lifting power. Next, ventilation. Be sure that your workplace has a good ventilation because prolonged exposure or excessive inhalation of vapors from chemical spray and fumes from lead may cause damage to your nervous system or body. Last is the laser warning labels. If you are troubleshooting a laser printer or other laser-related products, you will notice a laser warning label on or near the laser head assembly. Do not stare at the laser beam at any time. Always avoid directly exposing your eyes to the beam. Prolonged exposure of laser beam to the eyes may cause eye injury or even loss of sight. Do not attempt to adjust the laser gain controls by any methods other than those described in the service manual. Incorrect adjustment can increase the laser radiation beyond acceptable limits. You have to use a laser power meter to confirm the existence of a laser beam. A job order or work order is usually the task or a job for a customer that can be scheduled or assigned to someone. So, this is an example of a work order form. First, you need to fill out some important customers details and the product details. Next, after you check the product, you should list and describe the problems you found on the products. It is also important that you take note of dates and details of the repairman. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and see you soon.